Hi guys, Kaiser here, and welcome back to the world of Age of Empires, where we have just learned that a bunch of really exciting information is headed our way. So in today's video, I want to share with you what we know, when this information is coming, and then share with you my own personal opinions about what we may and may not expect. So let's go ahead and dive right in. They have announced a live stream, a show called the New Year, New Age live stream. They claim that 2024 has so much information about Age of Empires, so much news, gameplay, stuff about Age of Empires, that they didn't want to try to cram it all into a blog post. Instead, they've created a whole presentation for us. This show, the New Year, New Age live stream, it's going to go live on February 23rd at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So mark your calendars. That sounds like an awesome event. And as we scroll down here and we take a look at what's going to be in this show, yeah, sign me up. This one's going to be really exciting. We've got 5 bullet points, 5 things that are going to be in the show. First off, for my Age of Empires 2 fans, we've got a brand new, quote, campaign-focused expansion coming to the game. So that should be very interesting. We'll talk about that in a second. 2, for my AoE 3 fans out there, we have a brand new DLC on the way featuring, quote, new civilizations, plural. So at least 2 new civs coming to Age of Empires 3. Very exciting stuff. For the AoE 4 fans out there, they're also going to be talking about, I think, kind of an after-action report with the Sultan's Ascend having just come out. They're going to be talking about a brand new season that's arriving, a new in-game reward. Now, if you're a fan of the channel, you know that I've not talked about Age of Empires 4 a lot. I've not featured it greatly on the channel, although I have received some feedback that people might like to see me play AoE 4, so leave me a comment if that's something you'd like to see, AoE 4 gameplay from Iron Kaiser Gaming. But I don't really know off the top of my head what they mean by a new in-game reward. In my mind, that's somewhat of a smaller thing, kind of like a statue for your town center or something, but maybe I'm missing a bigger picture, and maybe somebody in the comments could share with me. What do you guys think it means by a new in-game reward? Age of Empires Mobile. Now, this was announced at the same time as Age of Empires 4, if I'm not mistaken, several years ago. They announced that this game was in development. This is a mobile game for your cell phones. That's all we've known this whole time. We have no other information. Now, I know that many people watching this video may not be the biggest fans of mobile gaming, but I have considered myself intrigued. I want to see what they have for us. I think mobile games can be a lot of fun, and on top of that, I think it's a great way of expanding the franchise and reaching more people and fresh blood with the love of Age of Empires, right? So I'm intrigued. I'm going to call myself hyped, but I'm really intrigued to see what they have for us when it comes to Age of Empires Mobile. And then, Age of Mythology Retold. This is the big one right here. They announced this game a couple years ago, and it has been radio silence since. And that is ending February 23rd, when they are going to, quote, take us behind the curtain in the studio to show how they're developing this beloved game for a new modern experience. Fans can expect a unique unveiling of a few mythological creatures that you won't want to miss. So, our first look at Age of Mythology Retold, that should be an absolute blast. And I think that pretty much covers it as far as the news goes. So if that's all you're here for, that's all you need to know. February 23rd, I will have a wrap-up here on this channel where I talk about what we learned and my opinions, my reactions. But I do want to share with you some thoughts really quickly. So, AoE 2 Definitive Edition, brand new campaign. Notice how they say it is a campaign-focused expansion. And guys, I think that means we should not expect anything in the way of new civilizations or new regional unique units or anything quite so game-changing from a multiplayer point of view. If you're the kind of player that focuses only on the multiplayer ranked ladder side of things, then I would set my expectations low when it comes to this expansion. And hey, if they surprise us, they surprise us, isn't that great? But if you are the sort of player who prefers the single-player experience, and there has been a lot of clamoring on the forums and the AoE Reddit page and that kind of thing, people have said we really want campaign-focused expansions. So apparently there's an audience, and I'm really excited to see this come out. I'm excited for them to share what this is going to look like. and I'm curious to see what kind of reception it'll get. Now, it might be nothing more than just some campaigns. But there is one little thing that intrigues me. It's this last entry, an extended look at exclusive gameplay. Now, maybe this is nothing more than them showing off these campaigns that they're going to be introducing with the expansion. And I do find it so fascinating that they call it an expansion and not a DLC. I don't know if that means anything or if they are just using synonyms, right? I don't know. But this whole thing about an extended look at exclusive gameplay leaves me wondering if there might be a little bit more going on than just campaigns. I'd set it at about 85% chance it's just going to be some campaigns. Let's keep our expectations low. But the other thing that a lot of people have been clamoring for is this whole idea of bringing in skins for your civilizations. So that if you were playing the Chinese, for example, that your longswordsmen and your knights would look appropriately Chinese and they wouldn't just borrow the same look for all civilizations, right? You may remember some time back I put out a video about a kind of a battle pass-esque framework or some extra menu options that were implying that there might be some pretty significant changes coming to Age of Empires and what they were offering. And I'm wondering if that might link into this at all. So I think there's an outside chance that this expansion has more to it than just campaigns. But even if it is just campaigns, and I think that's most likely, I think it'll be a lot of fun for those of us who are really into the single-player experience. This should be great. As far as AoE 3 goes, yeah, new DLC, new civilizations, at least 2, maybe 3. And what I am most curious to see is what civilizations they decide to focus on. Big names would include Persia. I've seen a lot of people want Persia. A lot of people want Korea. There are some outside chances of something like a German split. Some people want Austria and Prussia to replace the Germans. I don't think that's likely. Maybe something like Grand Columbia. I've mentioned before, my personal top of the list, I'd love to see the Cherokee in the game, although I don't think that's likely. I've not seen a lot of people clamor for the Cherokee, but I think that would be an amazing civilization to bring in. Who do you think, my AoE 3 fans out there, who do you think is at the top of the list for who should come to AoE 3? Who do you want to see in AoE 3? That should be interesting. AoE 4, I honestly, on my personal opinion, just by the wording, I don't think we should expect a lot of new information. I doubt they're going to reveal a brand new DLC or anything like that. They're talking about showing off a new season, this new in-game reward. I'm guessing it's not going to be that much, but they want to spotlight the most recent game and honor AoE 4 as a part of the franchise. So I think it'll show up, but I think that the big news is with the other 4 entries. And then that's pretty much it. Age of Empires Mobile, Age of Mythology Retold. I guess with Retold, I'm really curious to see how much they actually show us. Is it going to be more of a documentary style where they're talking about the studio and the work they're putting into remaking the game? Are we only going to get a couple of snapshots of a few units? Or is it going to be more of that, again, just showing off pretty comprehensive Mythology gameplay? Will we get a release date? Will we get some real solid information? I'm curious to see. And I want to know, what do you guys think about this? Which of these 5 are you most excited for? Which ones? What civs do you think may or may not be coming? What sort of changes do you think are coming to AoE 2, AoE 3? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy these sorts of news update videos, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, letting me know in the comments that you really appreciate these sorts of videos. For now, guys, I am the Iron Kaiser, and I am signing off. Have a great day out there. God bless.